Hey, J-Bro's popping in. So yeah, here we are. This is my 2001 engine that we pulled out. As you can see, it's whatever, leaking, whatever, but some of that could be old mess. But the old, and I don't know my parts very well, these here are off the 99 engine, which is the engine we're putting on. So we had to take those off, and these are off my 2001, so there's a big difference between this size here off these were on here obviously, and these are off my new engine, so we're popping those on there now, and that will help get more horsepower and flow. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. So these kind of sitting side by side. This is my 2001 engine, and this is the new one we're putting in, the 99 engine, and I'll just show you where we're sitting at with this dilemma, which kind of looks like the same. But yeah, there's kind of my transmission, and my transmission is probably only 10,000 miles in it or something. I mean, it's pretty dang new. But yeah, that's where we're sitting at right now, and yeah, I just leave it to the boss to do what he needs to do, and I'm just here for moral support. But yeah, I'll keep you in touch and in the loop on what comes up. Yeah, I just got done cleaning that part that he's putting on right now. That thing came off of right here, and it was caked with all this crap. So I got that sparkling. So I'm pretty proud of myself. It almost broke my will. Right now we're putting this part back in. This pump here, we had already had that basically brand new on my old one. So we're just gonna bag that and keep it, and then we're gonna take new lines, because Andy says these are braided ones, have a tendency to leak, so we're gonna replace this one and this one with upgraded lines. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at so far, but kind of coming along. But you can see where the issues were at, and yeah, we'll get it looking pretty. Putting that in, and just a quick update too, this here is the old one of these out of the old engines, and Andy said these could possibly short out, so he says this one that came out of my truck is a way better design, so this is the one we're gonna use there. And right now we're just putting that in there, so that's kind of the next step to greatness. And then if Andy lets me, I'll get in here and clean up whatever he tells me I can clean up to make it look as pretty as I can. But, you know, you get to see, I'm not saying this is super clean here, but just look at how filthy mine was from leaking or whatever it was doing, but just bad. Just gonna mount the turbo on there now. Come back off. And then this is basically so he can get these Y pipes on, because he says these are a total pain to try to mount on later. So that's kind of the idea here. Hooking up those pipes, and Andy says always use anti-seize on them. He was super excited that they came off and didn't break off from the heat down there. So just kind of getting these in the vicinity where they need to be for access. Got a couple gaskets going on there, and then the Y pipe up to the turbo to get that basically in the vicinity to make putting the turbo in easier. Andy says you want to tighten the bottom ones first, so you don't end up leaving a gap up there to make that difficult. So get the bottom ones tightened first, that way you got some wiggle room up top for the seals or the gaskets. Just wanted to clarify on the harness and the wiring, it's all the same from the 99 to the 01. So we went and pinged it from number 2 injector, and it matched up perfectly to the old stuff. So everything's the same, other than, what'd you say was different between this engine and that engine for the most?
Maybe a few more sensors.
A few more sensors on the old engine, or new engine, to the old one, which obviously we're upgrading parts from the old engine to here, but pretty much everything is the same. Some different mounts and stuff, but yeah, the wiring is the same. And Andy did say that it would be way different if it was like a 97 engine, and that's way different, and I'm not educated enough to explain that. But yeah, anyway, so wiring setup's the same. We just wanted to reconfirm for you. The one thing I wanted to point out, just to clarify, the intake heater is on the newer one. The other one did not have it, and that's the only difference from the new to the old, is the intake heater. Just hooking up some of the wire harnessing stuff and whatnot. So getting super close to the next phase. But yeah, coming along. Just all takes a little bit of time. We're just getting the engine lifted up here. Got this jack. Andy's slaving away. So pretty simple and interesting. I always kind of find this part super cool. I have no clue why. Maybe because it looks a little intimidating when you don't know what you're doing, like me. But Andy's a pro, so yeah, that's kind of where everything's sitting. And once again, here's the older engine. But I'll see if I can't get a video of this going and getting put in.
Cleaning up spray can it.
Yeah, we're just, as Andy said there, we're just cleaning this bottom up here. We've got some high temp gloss black paint to clean that up and make it look pretty. And yeah, just keeping it cleaned up.
I'll say, let's just replace it.
Popping some silicone in this operation, so prevent that from leaking. And then Andy sprayed all this stuff with brake cleaner, so you can see that looks pretty clean, getting that prepped up for paint. So one thing at a time, slowly we'll get there. Just putting a coat of paint on there. Not that anybody's ever going to see this. I think this paint that I got was up to 500 degrees. I don't think I'd hire Andy as a painter, but looks like he's doing pretty good. Hey, so here we are. We got obviously the lift here hoisted in here. You can see how tight that turbo vent is getting up in there. But yeah, the girl just slips right in there. You can see where he got that all cleaned up. That looks pretty. Show you the other side here. How she just slips right in there. It's kind of pretty cool how that big setup just sneaks in there, but I'm gonna get out of Andy's way and let him ninja that thing in there. You just see how that's getting right in there. Back you up here so you can't get, oops. There we go. Just kind of getting it dropped down there. Probably looks a lot more complicated than it is. There you can see it's so close to lining up down there.
see.
A little bit further forward. Well, we'll go ahead and get this wiggled in here. That way I got an extra free hand, but that's kind of where we're at. You can see how close we are to this side is almost right there for the bolt holes, and that's about an inch off. So we'll go ahead and get this wiggled in, and I'll get back to you. Yeah, right now we're just getting the tranny kind of lined up, and then these two bolts to the frame, those are lined up right now. The spot we're just kind of not just exactly there yet, but you can see we're super close there. And like I said, we're just trying to get the tranny lined up along with these bolts. But yeah, we're almost there. Tranny's all lined up. Bolts are all lined up. Taking the jack out. So yeah, this thing is ready for the next phase. And then Andy, of course, found this nice part I get to clean up. So yeah, that thing is crusty. So I'll get on this while he messes with his other stuff. Okay, a quick exciting point. We just got the torque converter tightened up on there. So I was holding this side while Andy was down under there doing his magic. So yeah, pretty excited with where we're sitting right now. Just kind of cool to see it all coming together. I see I might have to just clean up a few things up around here, make it sparkling. Not really, but yeah, coming along pretty good. There's the turbo going in. Andy says it fits like a glove.
Oh, nice.
Andy also had to say that I asked him what type of warranty's on this, and he said it's tailgate warranty. I said, well, what the hell's that? He said, once I see your tailgates and it's driven away, there's no more warranty. I said, that's fair. So we were kind of laughing at whether the truck was gonna run or not, because we're getting close. But that's where we're at right now. While we're not messing around here, turbo's in. I feel pretty good that I cleaned all those parts up and those sleeves. Yeah, that thing to the air box is in. So that's kind of where we're at. A bunch of those wire harnesses are hooked up. So kind of, we got to swap this out because I was telling Andy that I think my steering pump is bad. So it's making a weird noise and was turning hard. So we're going to take the other one off the other truck. So that's where that's going to go. And then this front stuff starts to go on. But that'll be a different day. Well, Andy got after it while I wasn't around. And basically the whole front he put on, I don't know, probably took him 4 hours to connect this. Connect all this other stuff up here. But look at that. That's looking like a new operation. He wouldn't let me clean this part, but I'm gonna still talk him into letting me clean that. But yeah, here we go. That looks super clean and super nice. So we just got this last little bit of stuff right there to pop in. So yeah, kind of disappointed I missed this, but I'm also excited to see it on. We'll be back when it's done. Yeah, we noticed the filter was bad. Look at that thing. I don't know when the last time that was replaced, but brand new now. So I'm certain that was part of some issues. Testing something. Just put some oil in it. Got the coolant filled up. Got about as clean as we're gonna get it cleaned at this point. And then also too, there were some vacuum lines that Andy said that were cracked that could be causing issues. There we go. Fired up. See if there's white smoke. No white smoke. No. Got it all cleaned up in here for the most part. There's a helper right there. Sounds good. This was the same cart that I put together at my shop, and I got one of these for Andy. I decided not to keep the extra one, so he's already liking it, getting fully used. Just putting the lights on right now, and then bumper, and yeah, this thing is freaking sounds great. I'm so pumped. And yeah, I'll get you the price breakdown of what it costs to do everything and all that fun and games if you care. And he's getting the lights put on. We might end up doing a set of new lights, but that's for a different day. These ones are kind of foggy and some of the clips for the lights are busted, but we'll deal with that at a later date. But yeah, next left, bumper, grill, and we're right there. Got the bumper on, and a couple of my harnesses for my lights were busted, so Andy had some extra lights, so we put in new lights. He's topping off some coolant. Oil's good. Still charging the battery, but other than that, this is super close to heading out of here. Checking the power steering because I think my pump was bad, and obviously that's a good sign. There we go. Andy's gonna take her for a quick test drive, and then Jax and I will drive it back and probably take it to the car wash because it's rather dirty. But overall so far, success. New engine's in, so at least we know, we can say 300,000 miles the new engine's in here. Jax is here to verify.
Very much.
And we're gonna get crossed over to some other gravel road, and Jax is going to take us back. So we got 180,000 mile engine in at 300,000 miles is what we're going to say. But right now, it's actually super gratifying to have this out on the road again. Jack's getting some permitting hours in. I think he's doing pretty good. Yeah, we're going to hit up the car wash, like I said, and see what scratches we can uncover after this thing hasn't really been driven for a while. Hey, we got the truck back home, and I can't tell you how excited I am to have this back in the fleet. It's been far too long since it got proper maintenance, and then just with, you know, engines and stuff like that. So yeah, basically I've got in paying Andy for what he did and then buying that other truck, I got $6,400 into getting this back operational, and that does not include what I'm going to be able to sell all the other parts on the other truck. So I think major win. I think I'm going to be able to probably sell everything else on the F550 and probably will cover everything. If not everything, it'll be super close. But considering buying a new truck or just putting $6,400 into this truck, yeah, I'll do this every day. So like I said, I've got 180,000 mile 1999 engine in this 2001 that had 300,000 miles. And I think one other gentleman had asked, and just to clarify, everything is basically the same going from a 99, 7.3 to a 2001 7.3. They're totally interchangeable. You can swap from different turbos, you know, obviously if you're doing different parts and upgrades, obviously you need those upgrades, but same injectors are in this 99 as the 01, wiring harnesses and all that stuff. So I think it took Andy about 20 hours, ballpark is how long he says it takes to swap engines back and forth and whatnot. But like I said, yeah, I am just so excited to have this back in my fleet, because, you know, I mean, as a work truck, I get a few dings here, a few you know, scratches here, but if I were to go get, you know, kind of much like buying a Chinese skid, yeah, I could go get a 60, 70, $80,000 truck, but then I got to worry about bumps and bruises here, and, you know, why do I want that be married to a payment when this is a phenomenal truck? But I hope you enjoyed this. If you got any questions, holler down below, and I can talk to Andy and get proper feedback from a pro's pro. But I am so pumped. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. J Bros out.